take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Oh, that goes up high, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Have you got a screen on there as well?
Yeah, I can see everything on here.
Stick up. Oh yeah, and that's the view from up there now?
Yeah.
Amazing.
You can see all the Leeds Urban Park over there. So
Fantastic.
you definitely just broke the social distancing rules there. Right. Going to do a range test for the Heyup range extender for the Mavic Mini. What I'll probably do is fly it up to about 50 metres or so, so we're not breaking any UK laws. We've got to stay about 50 metres away from people and buildings. See how far we can get without the range extender, fly it back, and then stick the range extender on and see what we can get. So, we're going to do 24 frames per second, 2.7k. I've also got the manual settings on the Mavic Mini because of the new firmware update, so we can dial in the shutter speed. Ideally I would have ND filters, but I've not managed to get hold of any yet. Okay, I'll probably just send it off in that direction, see how far we get. Stick the range extender on, so get that recording. There we go. Just hit record on the drone, and we'll send out.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
So let's go up to 50 metres. So I'm flying this at Middleton Park. We'll go 50, 55, that'll do. Middleton Park in Leeds, which is one of the only places that you can actually fly remote control aircraft. There's a document on the website, on the Leeds City Council website, that says this is the only place you can fly. I mean, you can fly this anywhere really, it's a small enough drone. Okay. So what we got so far? Past 200 metres. Can't actually see the drone anymore, but there you go. I've seen some people do these reviews in sport mode just to see how far they could get it as fast as they can, but the risk there is losing the drone. Done similar things myself, trying to fly it out in sport mode and having quite a painful period of time. Try to reconnect the controller to the drone, but there is a useful function where the drone will return to its home point if it does get lost or disconnected from the controller, so that's quite convenient and useful. So we're getting a bit of lag, a bit of weak signal, but I'll just kind of adjust the controller slightly, raise it up, see what we get. So we've got okay, so we've lost controller signal there. Oh, we're back. Can't see anything. There we go. See if we can get to at least 700 metres. Weak signal. And we've lost it again. Got it again. Come on, let's see if we can get 700 metres. Okay. So we've actually lost control of the drone, and we're back again. So I think we'll call that. Let's see if we can get 750. Nah, it's completely not responding at the minute. So let's bring it home. So one thing I've noticed is that
Go home.
this return to home function doesn't work if the wind is over a certain speed, which is a bit shit, because if you're out flying in windy conditions and this happens, then you're a little bit screwed in terms of getting your drone back. But I suppose it's still useful to have the function regardless. I could probably fly it back from there, stick it in sport mode, and so that's 58 meters, but I think it's raised up because of the return to home function, so I'll probably check what height we were at before and then replicate that when we put the range extender on. So I'll bring this into land, stick the range extender on, and then see what we get. Okay, so we've got the range extender on. We got to 747 meters before the controller cut out before, so we'll send us back up. I'll just double check the height that we had before. So yeah, we're about 56 meters. 55, 57. Let's bring us down. 56, there we go. So we'll pop us back in P mode. Still quite overexposed in the sky there. Right then, away we go. So we're flying in the exact same direction, same height. The only difference is the fact that I've put the range extender on. And see if we can get any further. It's definitely a lot smoother. Not had any breakup yet, which is good. Oh, there we go, first little bit of weak signal. Back to smoothness. Come on, 500 meters. Easy, get that. Oh, we're sailing away. Don't want to jinx it, but .600 meters, so we've got weak signal there. You'll probably be able to see all this on the screen recording. Okay, we've got 700 meters. Oh, we lost signal there. Let's just make sure we're pointed at the Mavic. So if we get over 747, there we go. Easily past that. It's 800 meters. But we have got a lot of prompts coming up saying we've lost signal. I'm still getting a readout on the screen, but there is quite a delay on that. Let's see if we can get to 900 meters. Again, same with lost controller signal. There we go. Let's picked it back up again. And you can probably see on the shot of the controller that there's a lot of trees in the background. Right, I think we'll have to call it there then, because it's not picking back up as easy as it did before. So chances are we're going to return to home mode, so I'll just walk a bit further towards, see if it's easier to pick up. There we go, so it's currently in return to home mode, so I'll have to check back the screen recording and just check what we actually got to in terms of distance, but I think it helps. I mean, it definitely makes the initial journey smoother. It extends the range, I suppose, by a little bit, but I think what I'll do is I'll do a couple more locations and just turn that off. I think I'll find a few more locations, do a similar test, keep the same sort of height, and then just work out an average and see if it actually does work every time. Because I think a lot of this is based on the environment that you're in. I've seen a couple of tests that are urban tests that people have done, and then they've compared it to a nature test. And I think when there's a lot less things to interfere with the signal, it tends to do a lot better. But I suppose for £15 you can't complain, really. I don't think I'll have it on all the time because it's a little bit annoying. It seems a bit fragile, but I suppose even if you scratch the foil, it's not that big of a deal, because all it's doing is it's the angle of the foil that focuses all the signal towards the drone. So cool. Well, we'll cut that there, or stop that there, and pack away. Wasn't the smoothest of hand catches I've ever done, but there. So yeah, so there's the first part, I think, of that test. I'll do another 2 in different locations. It'd be interesting just to see if it works in every environment. Obviously I can't test every environment, but see what we can do during this eased lockdown in England. If that's something that interests you, then feel free to subscribe. I'll probably do a couple more videos like this, hopefully a little less awkward. And then once I get some ND filters, I'll maybe test those and start popping up some maybe cinematic videos of Yorkshire that you can get from this little drone. This is the first drone I've ever bought, so kind of just learning how to fly and enjoying the new perspective from the sky, really.